are live here in Livermore, California with Evelyn Falcon and her accordion, La Madrina del Acordeon, the godmother of the accordion. Thank you so much if you're watching this video. We really appreciate everyone's time. Oh, yeah, so. Caramelo de chocolate. Mi bebito fiu fiu. Eres mi bebé, mi bebito fiu fiu. Muy buenas noches todos. Happy Saturday. What's everybody up to? I feel like doing something different, like oldies, like in the still of the night. You know that? Yeah. Or One Summer Night. That's all right. Hey, Vet, how you doing? Hey, Vet, how's it going? All right. In the still of the night, I held you tight. One. I don't know what it says. 'Cause I love you so. Promise I'll never let you go. In the still of the night. I just saw I remember that night in May, the stars were bright above. Oh, you know without the death row? Oh, you do have the death row. You have it. And I pray, I don't know what it says, to keep your precious love. So before the night, hold me again with all of your might in the still of the night. The still of the night. Hi, Mom. Oh, that was great. Oh, yeah, más o menos. So Emily's been really stuck on her favorite song from Grupo Tentacion. I love that song, Grupo Tentacion. So I don't know if you guys remember Grupo Tentacion, pero salieron como like 98, I would say. That's when I remember hearing them. Y pues nos gustaba mucho la música romántica. A mí me encanta toda la música. Great memories. Pero you really like the kind of music. I really like all those. It's very sappy and very like, you know, heartbreaking and all that. Good, just looking at the news. Oh, I know. Well, that was so scary, but they've been saying that California's not going to exist. I've heard that my whole life. I hope that that's not true. And also prayers. Where would people go? Out to Tijuana. Oh, yeah, prayers to Tijuana. Mucho apoyo, mucho amor mandando a Tijuana for all that stuff that's going on over there. And I hope they figure that out. Con eso. Yes. And Sabina's Coahuila, we still haven't heard anything. Todavía no sacan a nadie. They couldn't get through or something. Esperemos que también eso se componga. Y por Dios, por un milagro, I hope that salga la gente con vida. It is possible as long as the water didn't get to them. Las Vegas, the event. Las Vegas is going to flood too? Oh, wow. What happened in Las Vegas? Oh, you know, there was a flood. I did see that in Las Vegas. Oh, I didn't know that. I had no idea. Yes. I haven't been watching the news then, I guess. Yeah, we don't have cable. So what would we do? Okay, do you have a first aid kit, Yvette? Do people, I want to know. I've seen, like here where we live, there are people that have those drums, those water drums. They're huge. They're like 50 gallons or something like that. Do you have anything like that? We're not prepared. No, we're not. Like, honestly, we're not. It's horrible. I have water and stuff. Yeah, but like, you know, a full suitcase with 3 days of supplies of food. Yeah. What would you do in that case? I think, honestly, I would be a looter. I'm sorry, I'd have to be. I think because I got kids to feed. I got people. I'm not going to, you know what I mean? Life is very precious. I think that's what people take for granted. I think so. And, you know, economy and all that stuff. But I always wondered. So, Yvette, you have a bunch of people in your household, too. Do you guys have something like that? Like, do you have a bag or something that you have emergency food or emergency batteries or flashlights? Do you have anything like that? I'm always flashlights. Yes, I always do have flashlights. Batteries. I always have batteries. You know, one thing I don't have that I should be, it's like Band-Aids. Toilet paper. Toilet paper should be good. Yeah. No, we don't, she says. Wow, so I think maybe that's what they're doing. They're kind of hinting. So the ones that pay attention can really get on it. It's scary. It is scary. It reminds me of Independence Day. Have you ever seen that movie, Independence Day? Yes. No, our double impact, no? También. Double Impact, I think, is the one where, the whole, like, I think all California is flooded with Kevin Spacey and all that.
Never seen it.
Yes, the water, and it, like, takes out the whole city of LA.
Oh, my gosh. But can you imagine, like, that's like a few years back, we had a tsunami warning here. We're about an hour away from San Francisco, but there was a tsunami warning, and it was the scariest thing. We were in Alameda the other day. We were buying rope at the Dollar Tree and stuff, and yeah, they have, as soon as you go into the town, it says there's a tsunami, like, zone, where if the tide gets too high. That is scary. You know, flooding is horrible. I was very lucky in 2005? Whenever Katrina hit, it was funny because me and my husband at the time, we had gone to Sábado Gigante to the show because we were having problems. We ended up getting divorced like years later, but still. Anyway, so we were over there. We were over there in Miami, and we got so lucky because we took a red eye. And so we got away from the hurricane, or else we would have been stuck there. And at the time, I want to say I was like 20 years old or something like that. I really didn't understand that kind of stuff.
I know.
I didn't understand that. I don't give a fuck.
He did.
I don't know. He's stalking everyone. So anyway, at the time, the Hurricane Katrina, we're very lucky that, we got away and all that stuff. I have them. So yeah. So, así es. So, happy Saturday to all. Oh, and they were saying that the runoff too, I heard that on the news yesterday, runoff, I think it's up north, that they are expecting a lot of flooding in San Jose. In San Jose too, because there's so much moisture or something. I don't really know how the weather works, but something about moisture and something about runoff, that because there's so much moisture that it's just gonna, like, release or whatnot into rain. Bueno.
Hola, Manuel García.
¿Cómo estás?
Saludos.
Dos coronas a mi madre al panteón voy a llevar, donde me paso las noches llorando sin descansar.
¿Cómo están? Estamos muy bien, gracias. ¿Y usted qué hace, pues?
Madrecita de mi vida.
¿Cómo le va, pues?
No me acuerdo cómo dice. Pues antes de que te subiste, Manuel, estábamos cantando canciones de los oldies y estábamos platicando del grupo Tentación. Yo no sé si tú te acuerdas de ese grupo y si te gustaron las canciones. Ay, qué bueno que estás muy bien. Esperemos que no están pasando mucho calor aquí. Qué bueno que ya está más fresco. Y pues ahora a Emily le toca cantar la canción favorita del grupo Tentación. Which one do you do?
I don't know the full word.
Si supieras entender lo que yo siento. Sing it.
I don't know the full words.
Entenderías que para mí no es un juego.
¿Qué más?
Esto es algo que he formado aquí muy dentro. Wow, wow, que brota cuando digo te quiero. Yo no tuve que buscarte tan siquiera. Tú ya estabas en mi vida desde antes. Te soñaba como soñar un ángel. Oh, oh, mi razón,
Mi ilusión
de vivir eres tú.
Ahora dime cómo olvidarte si tú ya vives en el fondo de mi alma. Si tú eres para mí todo y yo soy para ti nada. Ahora dime cómo olvidarte. Thank you. Esa canción sí me gusta. Saludos a todos los enamorados, todos los despechados, pues. ¿Quién se acuerda de esas canciones? Muchas gracias por ver estos videos. Se lo agradecemos muchísimo a todos. Ay, ay, ay. Qué amor. I will go into ahora dime cómo olvidarte si tú ya vives en el fondo de mi alma. Sigue.
Si tú eres para mí todo y yo soy para ti nada.
Ahora dime cómo olvidarte. Let's see what happened here.
All right.
mí me gusta la de cómo olvidar.
So me and my dad and my tia, we were going to Tijuana on Monday, and I saw the video on TikTok. My dad canceled his appointment. Oh my gosh. In Phoenix, está 91. Woo! Well, I'm glad you got out of it, Yvette. Y Manuel, es qué bueno que no está haciendo tanto calor. Y también, oye, Manuel, tú vives en Phoenix. Estábamos viendo una noticia que ahorita también está la ciudad en peligro por tanta gente que vive en la calle.
Oh,
que allí un área que se llama el Zone o no sé qué, no sé si te toca cerca, pero también esperamos que se arregle ese problema también.
Yes.
Nosotros también hemos sido vagabundas, nos quedamos sin casa y todo, pero esa gente ya es gente sin alma. Ya, muchas cosas, pues.
Pues ya, sí.
Pero alguien que tiene que vivir así y
dice que sí.
Ya, y tan, like, that's just cochinos. Hay gente cochina, no creen que toda la gente que está en la calle es cochina.
No.
Pero esa gente ya es gente malvada.
I like Brian tonight.
I'm not gonna go there. All right, ¿cuál es la otra que te gusta?
¿Cómo olvidarte?
We did that one. We did como olvidarte. No, you like freeze.
Oh. Okay, we'll just do the big. That's another one. That goes. Thank you so much for watching our video. We really appreciate everyone's time. Thank you so much for your comments.
Solo aquí.
No, that's the same one.
A tu recuerdo nada más. Ya jamás se borrará. Y aunque quiero renegarte, hay algo dentro que me grita no. Y reconozco que tu amor fue lo mejor que me pasó. Fuiste lo mejor que me pasó. Tú pusiste dulce miel en mis labios. Fuiste lo mejor que me pasó. Mi rey precioso, cuánto te amo.
Muy bien, muy bien. ¿Nadie se acuerda de esas canciones? Really? Hi Emma, are you watching? Hi Emma.
Oh, you know which one's good también que me gusta de recuerdo. Estabas recordando banda Los Lagos también me gusta. Aquí en esta área donde nos criamos nosotras, como ya en los 90s, ya no era tanto el norteño, era más la banda. Banda Los Lagos, banda Cuisillos, banda Machos. ¿Quién más? Banda, who else? Ezequiel Peña. Oh, thank you, Yvette. Ezequiel Peña. So, le seguimos con, a ver si me sale. Cariño santo, mira cómo ando. Que tus caricias no tenga yo. Te quiero tanto, tú bien lo sabes, que eres mi vida y mi adoración. Cariño santo, cuánto me duele que tus caricias no tenga yo. Pero te juro que aquí en mi pecho se está muriendo mi corazón. No, no y no, yo no te quiero perder. Sin tu cariño se muere mi alma. Yo sin tus besos, ¿qué voy a hacer? Si ando borracho para olvidarte, pero en mi copa te vuelvo a ver. Más o menos. I like that one and the other one. Te quiero, te amo, te extraño, cariño mío. Y paso las noches despierto pensando en ti. Te quiero, te amo, te extraño, cariño amor mío. Eres mi ilusión, mi deseo. So do you girls know what should we do for the big water? Ay, ay, ay.
Just keep your faith and pray.
Definitely faith, yes.
Faith, keep your faith.
But I think honestly, like as far as like physical stuff, I think you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. Maybe move up north, not move up north, but if you kind of have an idea, because I'm sure they're predicting that they don't want to lose lives. I don't think they want to lose lives.
But what else?
I would say just what would you say? I would say just like have a plan to go up north, high water, right? You want to go where there's less water,
Stay
but
prepared,
definitely have medications on hand.
Yes.
Always have that on hand, like a backpack, something. It's just like when we're homeless, you know? Toothbrushes. They don't just new toothbrushes. Have them in a backpack.
Most important thing.
Wipes,
Yes.
Kotex pads, anything that you would need in a disaster. Because you got to remember, if it's flooded, the sewers are going to come up. All that stuff's going to come up. And so definitely, if you have time, maybe $20, $30. Te compras unos toothbrushes nuevos, ponlos en una mochila, unos calzones nuevos. And I know it sounds funny, but it's not being funny. Because this is your life we're talking about. This is, for tragedy, so many people are unprepared. And remember, también con el dinero, si tienen dinero en efectivo, guarden poquito, porque en ese tiempo no va a haber bancos, no va a haber nada. Porque imagínense, si todo se hunde, ¿cómo le van a hacer? Las tarjetas no van a funcionar, I think. Yeah. So, that was my consejo for that.
I don't know.
I really don't know. Eso sí me da un chingo de miedo. It reminds me of Moses. Yes. You guys ever watched Ten Commandments? La película Ten Commandments? Have you ever seen that movie, Yvette? That's a good movie. You should watch it if you haven't. Charleston Heston. That's a good-ass movie. ¿Sí han visto la película de los 10 mandamientos? Mandamientos, perdón. Está bien buena esa película. We used to watch it every
Easter, yes.
Bueno, so we did Banda en los Lagos. We're going to go back to the 90s. We did Te Quiero, Te Amo, Te Extraño. And then they used to do that one that I liked too. ¿Cómo era la otra? Oh, that's Cornelio Reina. That. Que mis brazos se vayan conmigo.
I'll just play with you.
I can't remember the words. Me gusta eso también. They sing that lyric there. Okay, so Palagua, I bet we're gonna play the Chubasco. Pero mi amigo, ¿por qué estás tan triste?
I have.
No, si me sobra razón. Do you like it or not? Like when se abre el río, I think that's what's gonna happen, man. I really think so.
Yeah, right.
So, everyone's at a right time to repent. I'm not getting biblical, but, God forgives. God forgives. God forgives. Doesn't matter what you've done as long as you repent, and He's your Savior and all that good stuff. Pues como no, si me sobra razón. Porque la joven que amaba en un tiempo ahora es dueña de otro corazón. Como a las 11 se embarca Lupita, se va a embarcar en un buque de vapor. Yo quisiera formarle un chubasco y detenerle su navegación.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Se lo agradecemos muchísimo a todos que toman el tiempo de ver estos videos. Gracias por sus comentarios. Gracias.
Yo quisiera formarle un chubasco y detenerle su navegación. Perdón. You know which song I'm gonna try? Voy a intentar también, que me gusta mucho la canción esa, pero ya tengo mucho y nunca la... Okay, I'm gonna say it and luego la van a copiar, watch. Enséñame a olvidar. A ver, ¿cómo dice? Qué manera de echarme al olvido cuando más necesito tu ayuda. Hice mal con con ingrirme contigo, ya que solo me diste amargura. Si hace tiempo lo hubiera sabido, no cometo esta triste locura, ya que tú me enseñaste a quererte con pasión y de honor desmedida.
I think we will be okay. We just need to pray every day tonight. Yes.
That's right. Everywhere, always. Antes de irte de mí para siempre, ahora enséñame cómo se olvida. Cuando ya no me duela perderte. Vete pues y que Dios te bendiga. Si te llegan a herir los fracasos, no te olvides que cuentas conmigo. Hallarás un refugio en mis brazos. Yo en el mismo camino. Más o menos. Ay, pues yo creo que nos vamos a ir porque ahorita estamos aquí, siempre hacemos los videos aquí y está un señor que vive aquí en la calle, pero no es gente amable. Yo le he tratado de hacer plática en la fregada y es muy agresivo y ahí viene para atrás. Yo no sé qué es su pinche pedo, porque sé que duerme acá atrás de los edificios, pero no es amable, no habla solo, grita la chingada y pues a ver qué pasa, porque va a pasar ahorita. Oh, we didn't do that one.
What?
La de, fuck. We haven't done that song. Vengo a decirle a la
Güey.
que... Quiero enseñar al güey. La
Dale
que
pa'
no
arriba.
me supo amar, que ya no la quiero. Ya la voy a abandonar. ¿Sí salió el güero?
What?
I don't know si vieron el viejo, pero es el viejo agresivo que le digo. Yvette speaks Spanish, right, Yvette? Le eché en un carrito pa' que se fuera a pasear allá por Las Vegas, donde no vuelva jamás. Pero mi orgullo es que yo no le de rogar que chifle a su mouse y que la vuelva a chiflar. I don't know what that is in the dark.
Black and white? Was it black and white?
A little like, I don't know, some kind of animal.
Yeah,
It's been a
I
very
saw
weird night.
something that passes
Weird
like
ass
black
shit.
and
There's coyotes out here. There's like foxes. There's all this weird wildlife that keeps coming out here. So I think we're gonna call it a night. Y luego está el pinche hijo allá que te digo que I try to help people. I like to help people and stuff. Pero hay gente que nomás no sé si estás de acuerdo conmigo or not. Like I mentioned, I don't know if you watched on Monday. Was it Monday? Whenever we did I don't know if you watched it.
Yes,
I
it was
think
Monday.
you did.
Monday, Mixed Emotions
Oh,
was
Mixed
the video.
Emotions. When I was talking about the homeless man that I talked to, and he was so appreciative that I just went over there and I talked to him and I wanted to see how he was doing, and I gave him a little bit of money and stuff, and I just told him to not lose hope. Well, anyways, I ran into him again today, and he was all excited. He was all motivated, and he told me that he got a job, that he has 2 jobs lined up, which is great. But then it was kind of funny because he's like, what are you girls doing tonight? I want to go dancing. So I hope that's the motivation that, everyone just needs a little motivation. But some people, I don't know, como los que están allá en Phoenix, que on the zone or whatever that I keep reading, I keep seeing las noticias, los que están en Phoenix, que nomás están ahí fucking destroying the businesses y andan haciendo el baño allí,
Yeah.
tienen sus pinches carpas allí, toda la cosa.
I said,
No
again,
good.
there's different
There
tiers
is different tiers.
in homelessness.
Yeah, so I don't know. As much as I like to help people and like to be nice, some of them nomás mejor no. Like
Some
this
just
one
don't
here,
want
because
change.
I've been nice, said hi and stuff, and just pues vete la verga.
Be the fucking
Yeah.
statistic or the stereotype of
Yeah, so I don't know. That's to do with that. So everyone in California, at least, and anywhere where there's going to be flooding, like Yvette, I don't know if that's you that's on, but have a little backpack. Just get a backpack and keep some toothbrushes in there.
Deceive it.
Get some toothbrushes, get some Kotex, get some diapers, whatever you need.
Go get some Navin. You're scaring me.
I have that stuff.
Shit.
I have that stuff. You know, things that like, you know, I like the little tuna packets that are not the cans, the ones that are in the little like pouches. I don't know how long those are good for.
Where do you get those?
Something like that. Protein shakes. I mean, you know, we had to use those. We had to use those when we were homeless, and that was like a supplement, and it kept us, you know, vitamins or whatever. Vitamins, 2 vitamins, daily vitamin. Batteries, definitely batteries. Maybe some Ziploc bags. Yeah, because, you know, if you can make it to like a big 5 or something, get yourself some of them camping bags. Because if that happens, dude, how are we going to go to the bathroom? Like, for real. Those are things that I really worry about. I really do, because, you know, contamination and everything comes up. So everything. Bleh, you know, and where are you going to go take a shit? Where are you going to go piss? There's just things that are scary.
It is.
It's really scary. But you know what? I think...
Your brother is
homeless
too.
I'm so sorry, Yvette. It's hard, you know. But at least he has family, and I hope you guys are willing to at least have him go home and take a shower every now and then. And it sucks. It's hard because, you know, we've run into those people that they like to steal and stuff, and they're on one. But that's where I'm not sure. I'm not sure everybody's like that.
No.
I don't think so.
Well, they're usually like when drugs are involved.
No, but even when they're with drugs.
Or even without drugs. So
but I'm talking about the ones with drugs. I'm talking about I don't know what your story is, Yvette, but the ones with drugs, like we've had experience with that, and, you know, but thank God they never took anything from my house.
No, they need
that I know of. But yeah, it's a hard thing to do, and it's so sad and it's scary, but I think there's a spiritual battle. I think that's what it is. So that's just my true opinion on that.
How would you help your own family? Like, nobody wanted to help us. Your own family didn't want to help us. We weren't.
So what's the story, Yvette? You're gonna have to tell me, Yvette. You need to start a channel, Yvette, and you need to tell us all your stuff if you're willing to be open, because, you know, again, we're only on here so long, and then, you know, the little chat box says Sierra, but you got a good story, Yvette. You can probably help some people too, you know, and talk about all that stuff, because we only have a little bit of stuff, you know, and we hope some people. We've noticed, like I said, some people they're not here. They don't want to hear it from us. Like, oh, you guys, and rumors here and rumors there, and yeah, he don't want to help at all. That's hard. That's really hard. Well, just know, at least let him know that you love him. I think that's. There's a really good song by Beto Quintanilla. I don't know if I want to sing that song, because it's
that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But it's called Dios contra el. You know what? And it's a good song, man. It's a really good song. Sometimes when I played that song, weird stuff has happened. So I'm debating if I want to sing it or not. But that's a really good song. The lyrics, the best part that I love in that song is that it's in the chorus, and it's when he starts talking about que ya se regrese pues al infierno, you know, that my dad went looking for him, and he just tell my dad he's okay and he's not looking good. Oh man, that's hard. That's so hard. That's gotta be hard on your dad too, man. But as long as you're there, again, and as long as you guys just let him know that you love him, I think that sometimes that might be a little enough to.
You need to let him know. Just, hey, we're here.
Keep him somewhat level, you know.
You got family, like, hey, if you're willing to take him in and let him sleep
there. Because it's hard. And again, they're like a child. I don't care. People are going to get pissed off, whatever, but most people that are homeless, that are using, I don't know if your brother's using, but the ones that I know that are using and they're homeless, they're like a little kid, like a little fucking tantrum throwing kid. And you got to get down to their level, and you got to kiss their ass. We've did it for many years. So, you know, it gets old and it's very tiring, and it's not for everyone. But as long as you guys tell them that, hey, look, like, and then these people that try to give the ultimatums, they don't work either.
No.
When they try to tell them, okay, mira, te voy a dar chance, pero no vas a estar aquí, no vas a tomar, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, because you got to go in deep. ¿Qué les pasó? ¿Alguien los molestó? ¿Alguien les hizo algo? Una pérdida de alguien? I don't know how long your brother's been in, Yvette. I don't know how long he's been homeless.
Some people don't want to usually get so personal and
that's
deep
very
into
hard. That's very hard. I think
traumatic.
And again, because that's why we have issues with people that are like, damn, dude, like when we start opening up about certain things that we've had happen to us, experiences that people are like, dude, I can't believe you guys don't do drugs. Can't believe you guys are sober. Can't believe you guys don't drink. And some people are like, oh, you think you're better than me? No, nothing like that. But once you're willing to really dig deep and deal with that, llores y te deshogas de todo eso, man, you'll be a whole new person. I have not talked to him or seen him. Wow, 2019. Oh, I'm so sorry. But was he always in that lifestyle though before your mom passed, or was he worse after your mom's passing? Because that happens too. I've seen people do that.
He doesn't use or anything?
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know if she's really willing to open that. But I'm just talking about my experience, the ones that we know that use and stuff, and it's very hard. And again, they have to want it. Doesn't matter if there's a baby. Some people are like, oh, if I just had a girl, no, that's not true.
Or if they had like a relationship, anything.
Yeah, if I just have a baby with somebody, then no.
Or
what else? Like, just no, you have to want it.
They have to want it themselves, and I can't speak for them because I've never dealt myself using drugs or anything like that.
Me neither.
Just I know you need to talk about your traumatic childhood.
Yeah,
it starts from your childhood.
It does.
Your subconscious, what really triggers it.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And
we all have triggers. We all have triggers. Like, I have triggers, and there's certain things that, they will fight. Like the homeless thing, Some people are like, oh, get over it. Like, my mom was just telling me that last week. Get over it. That already happened. Okay, yeah, it happened, pero tú no lo viviste. You weren't the one in the fucking summer trying to figure out how to feed kids. Having people que te miran, dressed well, I would say, and now you're like, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's not that we were sloppy
and
about
it's just
it,
like,
but it's just
man.
shit that happens, and it's traumatic because si de veras me pongo en esa mentalidad again.
We've been homeless since 2015, so it's something like recent.
Oh, okay. Damn, that's hard, but it's very humiliating. It's very humiliating, and por esa gente también, like, it's humiliating. Nobody wants to be homeless, but then. Drugs and stuff, then that's a different story. Then that's more of like emotional stuff.
And then there's the ones that they have family willing to open their home to them, and they're like, no, I can get out of this situation that I'm in, and they don't want that. They feel
so
like
are the kids, the nephews, are those his children, Yvette? The ones that live with you, the one with the baby and stuff, are those his children? I'm just curious to know. I don't know if you're willing to answer that. But yeah, it's just a hard thing, and
certain people, just like friends or people you thought that were your friends or family or coworkers, people, acquaintances, right? And your lowest point of your life, you would think that they'd be there, right? They're like, no, and people turn their backs on you, right? So I just thought it was really sweet. I know this is so, but this one guy that we knew from school, right? He wasn't doing too well. He became he's just on the streets. He has places to go, like parents. I mean, people who can give him a place to stay. He just chooses not to because he likes the fast life. He likes the drugs. He likes all that. So anyways, once we became homeless, he offered me one day. He's like, hey, Emily, look, I know that, I know you're like in this situation and I've never seen you guys like that. Even I know what the heck it's like to be living on the street. But I'll offer you, if you would like to someday, anytime my tent is open, if you want to come down to the creek with me, and I mean, I know that you're not going to do that with like your niece and everything, you're not going to bring them, but you yourself, I mean, I do have a spot if you would like. And I know that sounds like, okay, but I'm like, oh, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that because you at least offered whatever you had.
It doesn't matter what.
And it was nice because
yeah, well, that's like my daughter's friends too. They had this family, and they were. I couldn't believe it. She invited us over. She's like, look, like I kind of heard about your story. Like, when's the last time you guys showered? I'm like, all right, cool. So.
And he was being sincere. I know.
But I'm talking about the other family too. With the shower. So she let us shower there, right? She's like, take your time. Don't worry. I don't care about water. It's a shower. Everybody deserves to have a nice shower. Be in there as long as you want. Whatever. Okay. So that was it. And then after when we were done, and she was like, so where are you guys gonna sleep tonight? And we're like, oh, well, we sleep in the car. We just like move the car around. Like the police told us. Like the police had told us, they're like, it's not allowed to be it's not against the law to be homeless, but it is when you have children. They can't be in a car if it's over 80 degrees, and they can't be in a car if it's under, I think it was like 50 degrees, something like that. So they're like, the best thing for you guys to do is don't stay in one spot all night. You got to keep moving the car like every few hours. So we would sleep we'd take turns. Anyways, long story short, so the lady was like, where are you gonna sleep? I'm like, my car. And she's like, I have a tent. She's like, if you guys aren't scared, you guys want to sleep in our backyard. So I'm like, oh, that would be great. Get to stretch out and stuff. And I couldn't believe it. Her husband was like, boom. Within 10 minutes, the whole tent was set up. They had blankets. And let me tell you, it was wintertime, dude. It was wintertime. It was how many degrees?
37, I believe.
Yeah, and I had a brand new baby. And I mean, although it was cold, it was better than the car because you could at least stretch and get some air. But I just I couldn't believe that she was nice enough to trust us because they have both. They have
them as a family,
and they have expensive shit.
Yeah.
And like she said too, the only reason why I can't offer my living room is because she has dogs and stuff, and so she's like, but at least I can do this if you guys want to. And I know it's not the best, but it's got to be better than that. I'm like, yeah. So that was
the best sleep there. It was for a week.
Nice.
It was nice.
It was very nice.
Very nice. And having family of our own, mom. Well, it wasn't her place, but our sisters, the ones we were talking about in the other video. Yes, they had they had it room, but they didn't want us there.
Oh, so the 2 nephews, they are his kids.
Wow.
That's so hard. Well, love the kids, Yvette, and don't throw it in their face, even though they might be buttholes sometimes.
Or talk down about their father.
No, because we don't know what he's going
want to
through and whatnot. But just let them know that they're loved, even though their dad's doing whatever he's doing.
And it doesn't. His situation doesn't define who they are.
No, it doesn't.
Like
it doesn't.
What they're gonna be in their future and all that.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. And just love on them, love on the kids. Tell them how great they are, whatever. And hopefully your brother will get the onda soon.
Where's their
before
mom?
He's sick.
If you don't mind me asking.
Well, you can ask where their mom is. Where's their mom, Yvette? Or you can DM us or whatever you want if it's too much. But that's what I'm saying, Yvette. It's good for you too. You should go live and talk about these things, because I know that there's people like that, and it's such a taboo. It is, especially when I don't know what your brother's situation is, but I'm talking about people when they're on drugs, or you have a loved one or family member that's on drugs. It's a big taboo. Gente quiere tapar. Ay, no, porque es que se queda con amigos. Yeah, fucking right. Or like, somebody knows that they're shooting up or something, and they're like, no, they just smoke weed. No.
The best thing is just to own it. Not be ashamed of them if they're your loved one.
Yeah. And again, a shower goes a long way, even though he doesn't want help. I mean, money's good too, but it's not always the right thing to do either, I think. It sucks.
What?
Money. Sometimes giving the money isn't the right thing to do.
It's not, but hey.
But I mean, I don't know.
Give them. It's all in everyone. If it's in your heart and you want to give them money, and it shouldn't matter what they're going to spend it on. That's just my opinion, our opinion, right?
That's true too, yeah.
Some people are like, no, I'm not going to be doing that. They're going to go get blah blah blah. It's who cares? If it's from your heart, give it to them, and don't even think about that $20 or $40 or $100,
whatever it is.
Yeah. So that guy that did offer me to go to his tent with him. I didn't go, but because I knew he was about that lifestyle, and like no, and then he might want to get.
There's a lot of girlfriends.
It's okay. He's a good-looking guy, so sweet. Anyways, but once we got out of homelessness, I'm like, I'm going to pay that forward to someone who helped us. Like, if anyone's in need, once we get a place, I'm going to like give back. So saw him one day and I just gave him $100. I'm like, here, thank you so much. You were very kind to us, and all that shit. Anyways, I didn't mean anything. I just, hey, here's 100, and it's a nice thing to do. And he couldn't believe it, but.
Oh, I'm so sorry. How old are his kids, Yvette? Yeah, so we did that. We have, and that's part of a reason of us. They don't talk to their mom. Oh. Wow. Sorry to hear that. That's so sad.
She in the same type of situation?
She in the same type of lifestyle, or what's the deal with that? But yeah, so like I said, these are things that we give these. We talk about these pláticas, and I know some people want just the music, but it just happens to come up, and we talk about these pláticas because. We've changed a lot. At least I feel like we've changed a lot since we've gone through all this stuff. Where there's times I'm like, oh my God, how do people just do that? But once you do it and you get used to it and get to the habit, you don't even think about it anymore, $100 no es nada. No es nada. Like, yeah, it's hard. You go to work and all that shit. But it's really nothing, If that, like, I can tell you so many stories when we were homeless of people, just random people that just like came up to me and gave me money, and I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. And never asked me for anything in return. No. And it's just like, wow, it's amazing. There are good people, and it makes you want to be a good person. It makes you want to do it. And I understand you can't do it all the time, but when you can, why not? Hey, you know what? The little fucking bum that's over there, you see him all the time pidiendo, y anda nomás chingando. Maybe once in a while, hey, here, don't say anything. Just here, take it, give me the fuck over.
Well, sometimes,
and a lot of times, the ones that you do that, if they get to know you and they know that you're not going to give it to them all the time either. There's some que de veras, now if they're pediches like that, then yeah, you do it once and then that's it. Like,
well, there's some who just annoying that are
again
24-19.
Oh, they're already grandecitos.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so hard. Well, don't give up, Yvette, and there's a purpose for him, and maybe there's something for you guys to learn as well in that situation, as awful as it is, and hopefully the kids will not take you guys for granted también, and I don't know, maybe they might want to see their dad, or who knows. I don't know what's going to happen, but
yes,
as long as you let him know that he has family and he can come home. I don't know if you guys are willing to do that or what the situation is, but I know a lot of times, like I said, if you get a chance, check out that song. It's called Dios contra el you know what, and Beto Quintanilla sings it, and it's just so good because it's talking about that. The guy, he thought he was trying to fit in with the peer group, so he started doing the partying, and then it took over him, took his kids, took his wife, and he lost it all, and he hasn't heard for years the words "I love you." And I think that's true too. Like the man Brian that I'm talking about, that the homeless that I saw last week, like he told me, it's like thank you so much for the love. Like, thank you for treating me like a person. And you know, that is true because we've been there. Like, you know, when things were falling down, and I was people who I thought were like my confidence, who are the people that were going to listen and just give me a shoulder. I wasn't asking you for a house. I wasn't asking for anything. Just like, look, this is what's going on. Like, what do you think I should do? And then they'd see me playing in the street, or they'd see me like asking people that I know, or they'd hear that I'd ask people that I knew, that I trusted, who I knew would come through for me. And then they'd see me and like totally turn the other way around and like, dude, I'm not going to hunt you down. I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? But I guess people just assume the worst.
Now that we're out of that situation, oh my gosh, so many people are like, oh, hey, Emily, hey, Evelyn, how's it going? Oh, what are you guys doing?
And
blah,
that's
blah, blah.
what I got to say to that, you know?
And people just assume also like, oh, you came up, you're coming up.
Oh, damn, that's so hard. He's never been in their life, so he's always had an issue, or did he just like leave the family in 2015, or he's never been in their life? Your dad raised him and your mom raised him? That's hard. That is so hard. Oh, man.
That's very serious topic.
Yeah, very serious topic. But I'm glad you're talking about it, Yvette. Believe it or not, I'm sure it's going to help you in some way. I know it is. It is. And your nephew and your nieces and or whatever. I don't know if they're boys or girls. I don't know. But
and we really appreciate you opening up to us, trusting us enough.
Oh, yeah, because there are some people who
share this
on
our
some
live
people
here.
Who you shouldn't trust everyone with your...
And I just want everyone to know, anyone who views our videos here, this is a safe place here. What is spoken in here in this chat here in this
channel
live,
or whatever,
all our videos, we would like for things, hey, let's keep it here. We don't go around
sharing it and,
you know,
like,
going out
like,
calling you out on different social
you know,
media.
somebody
like
who might
people,
notice
right?
you and might go and, you know, because we have had that happen. I honestly, whatever I tell you, I'm an open book. I'd rather say it out loud in the air, and God will do whatever he can. So, man, heart-wrenching, and all you can do is keep it moving. Yeah.
Hi, Mariano. Saludos.
Isn't it heart-wrenching, Mariano? Thank you for joining us. Yes, it is heart-wrenching. But what do we do, Mariano? How do we, like, that's my biggest thing, because, you know, I'm going to open up with you, too. You know, my last children, my 3 children, their dad's straight drug addict on the street and just no good.
Been like that since a teenager.
Since a teenager. No good. And I finally broke the cycle. I finally cut it completely off.
In 2019.
Completely.
So
completely
people
off.
who are maybe watching.
And even though he signed the birth certificates, even though we were never married, but even though he signed all that stuff or whatever, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. There's nothing there. Like, I cut it off. And again, what do we do for, like, for example, like my children? People already look down on my children without even knowing them. They're little. They're 4, 7, and 8. But people already like, oh, then they got no fucking future because look at the dad. Well, yeah, but they never lived with the dad, and we don't deal with that. We've never been in that. So we try to keep the kids as balanced as possible. So what do we do for these people? I really feel like, again, you know, fathers are important because I had a father in my life. But what do we do for these ones that the father's just no good? These women make these bad choices.
And it's just unfortunate that she just happened to like have a failed marriage and she got 6 kids. And again, we were in a 2-parent household growing up.
Yeah.
So, and our other 2
So what do we do for these? Because see, that's the area where I might not have all the answers, because even though my parents fought like crazy or whatever, but there were 2 parents. It was the mom and dad.
Some people might say that's toxic, right? They say, listen, trust in what you know.
Oh, okay. Trust in what you know. Okay. So I do know that.
Toxic relationships. All right. We were around. My parents argue. A lot of mental abuse, verbal abuse. A lot of verbal abuse.
Very
right.
verbal, mental. Yeah.
So people are saying that's toxic. Blah, 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 blah. All right, but there's still. I know people are gonna be like, oh, you're just an abused person. No, because you do know what's right and wrong, right?
Yeah.
So my parents had that love though, and my dad was very loving to us. Yeah.
He'd beat us out. You know, he'd
yell at us.
We were at wrong or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, he would.
So I think, so it just depends. But that really stuck with us. I don't know, just seeing our parents.
But I just think the dads are very important.
It's me and my dad and my 3
nephews. Damn. So, well, I'm glad that they have your dad. I'm glad that they have your dad, and that's going to help them. And again,
that's why his name is Perfecto.
Perfecto, yeah. And so, but again, like, so Mariano, if you don't mind me asking, I don't know if you have children or not, but what do we do for these kids? Like, for example, like my kids, I feel bad because as hard as I come down, as all the shit, all the things that I know when it comes to fathers, I can't be a father because I'm not a man.
Although we are there.
You know, we're there, we do what we can and stuff, but what do we do for these kids?
I'm like the surrogate uncle.
The
uncle. It's just so.
So what do we do for these?
And
kids?
also, people do discriminate because of your familial status, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Because we're 2 women here, we're sisters, And people think that's weird because I'm so involved with
and she doesn't have any kids.
lives. I don't have kids of my own.
But she's helped me raise all the kids too.
Yeah, and I don't regret it either not having kids of my own.
So hopefully if anybody makes it to here, who watches the video after, it changes their mind. And like exactly, like for example, like the hospital staff, doctor staff, someone can do it for you then.
And they're not positive, cut them off.
Yeah,
definitely. Keep saying that. Who have you cut off? Let us know. I'm sorry, I don't want to be intrusive here.
But yes, okay, so again, let me just go back and say that again. Anybody who sees this, who works in the doctor's offices where we take my son and my kids because we baby the kids and stuff, that's always been an issue. Like my daughter had an issue with her teeth last year, and I understand COVID, I understand, right? One person, whatever. But what people don't understand, just like people have service animals, emotional support animals, she's the emotional support. She's the emotional support. And so it's not on paper or anything, right? Mm-hmm. But my baby, like there was no way she was gonna let the doctor see her because I'm the parent, you know, I'm the hammer, I guess. I'm the one to make shit happen, take care of the bills. And she's more the emotional. She's just always been. She's the nurturer, she's been like the nanny, right? And I'd be the one doing the work. So anyways, long story short, so finally, like she kept crying for Emmy, and so like I told the nurse, they brought in this, like, I don't know if you guys have kids, but now they have these people, I don't know what kind of degrees they have, but they're like the child comfort. They're supposed to be child comfort supposedly. They're supposed to like know how to handle kids, give them easy.
So they bring in toys like Gucci, honey.
Yeah. So my daughter's like throwing shit, and I know that's not right, okay? But she's like throwing shit and hitting him, and she just keeps saying, "No, I want Emmy." She's trying to leave, and you know she's 3 years old, and she's having all these issues. She has fever and all this stuff, and so finally, I talked to the head nurse. I'm like, look, I understand the policy. I'm not trying to be everyone else who like, you know, makes certain circumstances, but I understand. I do know that in anything, please know, there are loopholes to everything. There are loopholes. No does not exist anymore. It can always be challenged. But anyway, so we were very, very fortunate that the head nurse was like, look, I'm gonna let her stay because this baby, there's no way. She has an infection in her gums. Like, we need to get
they were
this going.
so afraid that it would get to her
heart.
Yeah. They're like,
and so anyway, so they let her stay for that. They had to do blood work. They had to do all this stuff. And so then when they shift changed though, the new head nurse came in and she was so pissed. She was so rude. She was so fucking rude. And I'm not one to, that's me, like in that way. Hi, oh no tengo que aprender. Oh, bueno, le explico en español ahorita, ¿ok? So estamos hablando de los hijos ahorita y de las cosas de los enfermeros. Bueno, so cuando mi niña estaba mala en el hospital y no querían que nos quedáramos las dos. So anyway, so the head nurse vino and she's like, I don't know what you're doing here. Don't you know COVID? I understand. But your other head nurse, she should write it in the notes that she's in there. She's like, well, she can stay here, but she's not going to the hospital together.
I'm like, calm down. I'm leaving.
Like, that's fine. That's fine. I'm like, that's fine. We just needed her to get the blood work and get done. So thank you for that nurse, Children's Hospital Oakland, who saw that and let her stay for the, 6-7 hours?
Yeah, 6-7 hours.
Until they transferred us over, and then my baby had the surgery. Everything was fine. My kids are grown, and as a parent, you never stop worrying. That's part of it. Yeah, right? Yes, you never. And that's another thing, too. For a lot of parents, I've had discussions and differences with people who I've known who are like, your kids are grown. Once they're grown, that's it. No. You're a parent forever. I don't care what you say. Unless you're, like, heartless, how can you not?
A lot of people's mentality is like, hey, once you're 18, that's it. No, it's not.
¿Tú qué crees, Flor? Cuando los niños crecen y ya están mayor de edad, ya no se deben de preocupar los papás, ya deben de dejarlos que hagan la vida, o hay que estar todavía preocupados al pendiente. ¿Qué opinas,
Hey, it's
Flor?
just like cuando los papás se envejecen, they become like kids again. So then you're worried.
Oh, that's another one.
Now it's reversed. Kids are worried, but I don't know. Everybody's so heartless nowadays.
Yeah,
some people are like, I don't care, my parents are gone. No, it's not right. If my dad was still alive, like, hey, my mom, she's almost 70, and she's like a total teenager, and it's just so like.
But she's like a total teenager. Yeah, camina y she moves around and stuff. Pero todavía, like up here, it's not what it used to be.
And you start seeing the changes also with the age, so it's kind of like it reverses it. And some people are just son of a guns, and they don't.
¿Qué hace? Es lo que yo quiero también saber. ¿Qué creen ustedes que hace que los hijos cambien y no traten a los papás? Like, eso es lo que a mí se me hace bien extraño. Mis papás sí me hicieron enojar y todo cuando estaba chiquilla y la fregada, pero yo qué esperanzas diera, like, sí, mi mamá porque no quiere porque pues yo no tengo el dinero que tiene la otra hermana y la fregada, pero para cuidarlas, estamos aquí para cuidarlos. Pero lo que yo no entiendo, yo tengo amistades que like, oh well, que se vayan a vivir a otra parte, pónganlos en un auxilio, ponlos. Do you guys agree with that? Should you send your parents off to retirement, or should you take care of them? Who should take care of them? The oldest, the youngest, or what do you guys think about that?
Or the ones that aren't married like us. That's sort of like, oh, you guys.
And I didn't care. Like my dad, literally, he died when he was 67.
67.
But he was like a 90-year-old man.
Yeah,
why? Porque no se cuidaba el diabetes. Because he smoked for 40 years. You know, he used to drink and stuff. not super drink, but the smoking and the diabetes, you know. Pero we would help him. He'd walk with los hijos crecen y crecen. ¿Verdad que sí? Okay, thank you, que estamos de acuerdo. Yo siento que sí, pero ¿cómo es? I just don't understand. Maybe es la cultura o qué viene siendo. Como por ejemplo, mi otra hermana, ella está casada con un filipino, pero ellos tienen creencias muy similares a mexicanos, pero también tienen creencias muy diferentes.
Their background, though, their whole, los dos papás,
tuvieron carreras, trabajaron.
And then todos los hermanos de mi cuñado, todos son doctores, todo eso. So it's very different upbringing.
Pero ellos no sienten que deben de cuidar a los papás. Y los papás, pues, de mi cuñado ya también tienen como sus 80 años, pero ellos viven solos, viven en su propia casa.
Manejan todavía
y toda la cosa. Por eso digo, fuck, a mí se me hace, pues, ¿cómo no te... My kids couldn't wait to leave. Oh, that's good that they're doing well. Hey, nice. That's good. See, and I really do feel that something is done right? Because if you don't want to enable your kids either.
No.
But how do we, like, so what's your consejo, Mariano? So what would be your consejo to, like, give these kids a good foundation? What do you think it is? See, because he's a man too. And I'm not offending you or nothing like that, but I really think fathers are very important. So
they are.
Do you think it's because you were in your kids' life? That they listen and they're good and they're doing well? Or what is it? What is it? That's where I'm still a little confused when it comes to that. Yvette, did we lose you? Flor, gracias por ver. So eso es lo que estamos hablando, tocando los temas de eso, de los hijos, de los padres. ¿Qué hacemos cuando hay un ser querido que está en la calle y no quieren ayuda? ¿Cómo les ayudamos? ¿Les damos dinero o les dices, ¿qué creen? ¿O ya nomás los abandonamos y ya no nos preocupamos por ellos? ¿O qué es lo que podemos hacer para eso? Es lo que nos estaba contando la muchacha Flor, si te acabas de subir aquí. Estamos hablando de los hijos, estamos hablando también de la canción de Beto Quintanilla que me gusta mucho, que se llama Dios contra el ya saben qué. And, didn't you get a something chamuco or something today in the recording page? Saludos para... That's supposed to be no está bien. But anyways, eso es lo que estamos hablando y pues muchísimas gracias a todos los que están viendo el video.
We really appreciate it, se lo agradecemos.
Should we do a song?
Yes, y como les dijimos, todo lo que se habla aquí,
se queda aquí,
con
pues.
Confianza, pues.
Sí.
No andamos chismeando, aquí se queda, pues, y no andamos
Sí,
contando.
la razón por qué hacemos esto y tratamos de hacer estas pláticas.
Oh, and that's a problem sometimes, right?
What?
Where people just think that, not everyone deserves to hear your shame story, because some people they're just assholes.
So, estamos hablando de eso, que aquí en esta página, la razón por qué hacemos esto, queremos que todos los que están viendo el video, los que miran el video, cualquier preocupación o cosa que tengan, aquí está seguro. Nosotros no somos, ya ves que hay gente que graban en el teléfono la parte que puso alguien y luego van y hacen chisme.
You go to another channel or anything and you go like, they're talking about this on that channel, or comments and all that stuff.
No, eso no es lo que hacemos aquí. Aquí estamos aquí de verdad para servirlos a ustedes y cómo apoyarnos, pues, es lo que me gustaría hacer. Porque como les digo, originalmente empezó la página con mi papá, pero pues mi papá desafortunadamente ya no está aquí y pues sigo con el acordeón tratando de intentar de hacer algo con el acordeón y
I'm still
ella
trying
también.
to learn the bajo quinto. I have it at the house, but I have to apply myself. I know, pero
es difícil para que aprenda ya. But again, because we're raising children and we're doing all this stuff at the same time, y pues no hay ingreso de un marido, una marida or something, nada de eso. But you know what I mean? Whatever, what I'm saying. Pero sí, eso es lo que estamos discutiendo y toda la cosa.
So también, so that was pretty much it.
Nos seguimos con una musiquita.
Una musiquita, pues.
¿Cuál te gusta? I don't know, something pretty. Oh, mi tesoro, what do you want to do? Para que te la cantes. Nada me importa cuando me besas, de todo me olvido. Cuando no miro tus lindos ojos es un martirio. No, de nada, Flor. Si tú supieras cuando te tengo entre mis brazos, cómo disfruto de tus caricias y tus encantos. Nada me importa lo que me digan, si yo te quiero, si yo te adoro. Por eso grito a todo el mundo que tú eres mi tesoro.
Saludos, muchas gracias a todos. Para todos los enamorados. Y no me importa lo que digan, yo sí te amo. Thank you.
Si tú supieras. I was always in trouble when I was a kid. My dad was hard on me and never made it harder. Read it for me.
My dad was hard and I made it harder for him. But he never gave up on me. With my kids, they never gave me a problem. I have no answers.
Oh wow, that's great.
That's that's kind of like, for example, Evelyn was such a troublemaker growing up. But
I
her kids aren't really
was
troublemakers.
a troublemaker. I was a troublemaker because I was like a rebel. Because, you know, again, I was a troublemaker because que dice Emily que le daba muchos, dice el señor que no le daba problemas a su papá, por eso no tiene una respuesta para mí, pero dice ella que yo sí, que yo era bien problemática. Sí, era problemática, era rebelde, pero no era rebelde en manera con malicia. A mí me daba coraje porque, pues, éramos puras mujeres. We were just girls. My dad had no sons. And then mi papá era bien, like, macho en ciertas cosas, era bien macho con mi mamá. No con nosotras, pero con mi mamá era bien macho. Decía ella qué se ponía, cómo se peinaba y todo.
No, she could never wear eyeliner or red lipstick.
Yeah, no, that was a big no-no. And he didn't like dark hair on her, so just so much shit, right? I love my dad, pero cuando venía con mi mamá era bien controlativo, so a mí sí me daba coraje.
Era tejano, for some who don't know that.
Yeah, pero a mí sí me daba coraje, so no es que era mala en esa razón, porque con nosotros no se metía tanto, pero me daba coraje porque también, como decía, pues yo no tuve hijos, dice, y tú eres como mi hijo, dice, porque pues a ti te gusta, nos gustaba la música y todo junto, y luego pues era muy, me daba mucho por mi lado mi papá, ¿verdad? Me daba mucho por mi lado, y luego también, like, me dejaba fumar cuando tenía como 12 años, o fumábamos juntos, tomábamos juntos, luego me enseñó el acordeón, so tocábamos música juntos, so era como su amigo, right? Éramos amigos, right? Pero cuando llegué a la edad de adolescencia, que ya me gustaban los muchachos.
No viera.
No
Okay,
tanto, pero ese es cuando fue el problema, porque pues el papá de los niños chiquitos, nos conocimos jóvenes y él no era bueno, pero pues uno no entiende, ¿verdad? Y pues el muchacho sí andaba en drogas en la calle, andaba en la calle y toda la cosa, ahí es donde tuvimos muchos problemas de mi papá, por eso decía que yo le daba problemas, porque ya ves, uno no sabe de adolescente, ¿verdad?
The man is solid and disciplined and not lazy, then the kids tend to figure it out.
Oh, I like your answers, Mariano. That's great. So what do we do then? Because we're not men, but we're disciplined, and like I don't worry so much.
It's kind of like our kids. Like it kind of seems like I said my kids.
I don't so much worry about the older ones. I worry more about the
It's
little.
como que like they kind of don't respect us in a way because we're not men, and they're kind of trying to sing us bitches. Like that's how I just say it.
So como estaba diciendo pues el señor que pues él dice que si el hombre es fuerte pues y les pone disciplina, entonces pues los hijos salen bien. Pero luego pues entonces ¿qué hacemos nosotras? Porque pues desafortunadamente pues fracasé en el matrimonio y luego fracasé pues con la otra relación que tuve con mis niños, con los hijos, el papá de los hijos, pues, de los chiquitos. Y entonces, como le digo, pues, ¿cómo le hacemos? Porque intentamos ella y yo gracias a Dios tenemos buenos niños. Y yo digo buenos porque son de ella también, porque ella me ha ayudado a criarlos. Ha estado
Soy su hermana.
Ha estado en todos los partos, ha estado ahí y toda la cosa. Y también, pues, nunca me ha dejado mi hermana, por mala que sea con ella, lo que sea, o nos peleamos, lo que sea.
She's
pero pues
very mean to me.
Really, so are you.
Okay.
Ella era la baby, so, cállate. Y un plato nada recogía. Y so, como going back to my dad. So, como te digo, mi papá me traían chinga. Y que vamos a macanear en el carro. Que vas a ir al Yonki conmigo. Que vamos a ir a hacer eso. Y like, Dad, no quiero. Y a huevo vas a ir. Como que chingando. Y pues sí, así me traían chinga mi papá. Y pues me daba consejos así, como decía, pues yo sé que tú no eres un hombre, ¿verdad? Pero por lo menos yo te voy a dar estos consejos para que tú te sepas defender y yo no sé qué va a ser.
Y reconoces eso en los hombres.
Exactamente.
Si son
caballeros,
yes.
O si son faldilleros,
Yes,
y toda la cosa, ¿verdad? And so por eso mucha gente también me preguntan, pues, ¿qué es tu preferencia sexual? Luego creen que soy, del otro lado, lo que sea. Y yo no juzgo, si son eso, pues cada quien, ¿verdad? Pero es lo que siempre preguntan. Y es la razón, porque la razón de, como les digo, ya cuando les explico, pues es porque, mira, así, pues yo no tuve la dicha como ella, que puede estar arreglándose y estar en la casa de princesa. No, a mí me traían en chinga. En chinga, y pues, qué bueno, no me admiro, no me quejo, es que uno no entiende exactamente hasta que les toca a uno hacerlo. Y los tiempos cambian, uno se educa. Sí, ¿verdad que sí? Y es lo que estamos tratando de hacer porque, pues, shit. Yo me acuerdo las chingas que nos ponía mi papá, man.
Hey, antes yo no me pintaba ni nada. I wasn't like that.
You were still home being away.
Hey, I was watching your kids and going to school.
No, before I had kids.
Okay. Well, I was in high school.
Bueno, entonces así es. Pero no, sí es cierto. Y sí, por eso lo intentamos de ser, hay que ser, así debe ser, ¿verdad? We should always try to be better and change the cycles and all that stuff. So es lo que sí es cierto, Flor. Tratamos de hacer eso, pero pues a veces también los niños, sheesh. Yo sí estoy a la antigua en eso, que hay unos que sí les hace falta.
Y ya no se puede hacer eso, Evelyn.
I know.
En public también.
Ay, ni en las escuelas.
No, tampoco.
Como trabajamos en las escuelas también es lo que pasa, que a veces los niños son bien rebeldes porque los papás les dan por su lado todo y también en la escuela ya no los podemos regañar.
Hay un falto de respeto.
Tienes que hablarles con pura positividad y ya no los puedes regañar así como uno que, hey, you don't do that, stop running. No, nada de eso. Please, okay. I know que se te dice. Así es la cosa, ¿verdad? Pero pues, por eso como les digo, intentamos hacer estos videos para ver si alguien lo mira, tal vez les cambiamos la forma de pensar. No es que los queremos controlar, nada de eso, pero...
No, Mariana says, I was raised by my father.
Oh, he was a Marine.
Oh, he was a badass. He
I'm
passed 2 years
so
ago,
sorry.
and loved him, and men feared him.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Kudos. Same thing. I can agree with that, too. It's, man, yeah, women, huh? Well, I'm sorry for your loss, but I'm glad that you had a great teacher, and like you said, your children are doing great, so that's always good, too. Y entonces el señor que se le murió su papá.
Are you married, Mariano?
Estaba en la Marina antes. So did you continue? Did you go into the service, Mariano? Or did you, I would assume you'd want to follow in your dad's footsteps. So did you do anything like that? Did you go into the service? Did you pick up any of your dad's traits? Like, I really wish that my dad was like good at electronics and you had to like change wires and do all kinds of mechanic stuff, and he never taught us that though. That's the only thing that he never taught us.
He was always assuming like, hey, you're gonna get married and that man's gonna take care of you and then you're gonna blah, blah.
Yeah, that was the only bad thing that no estoy de acuerdo con mi papá. Eso es lo único malo que, aunque me enseñó eso, como decía, aunque me enseñó, como dijo, que tienes que ser fuerte y saber reconocer, pues, que es un hombre bueno y la malo y toda la cosa, pero es lo único malo que no nos enseñó. Él decía, no, como ustedes son mujeres, dice, ustedes no se tienen que preocupar por nada, dice, ya se van a casar y ya el marido se encarga de todo. Y pues esa mentalidad, déjales cuento, es una mentalidad pero tan difícil de quebrar, porque yo todavía estoy en ese, aunque ya tengo muchos años de soltera.
Estamos aprendiendo cómo trabajar.
Exactamente.
Well, you've always been a hard worker.
Pero es muy diferente cuando uno tiene que trabajar y darle de comer a 7, 8 personas. Y, yo cuando estaba casada, pues en eso sí puedo decir, mi esposo era muy bueno en eso, mantenía toda la familia, mis papás, mi hermana, todos para estar contentos nosotros, ¿verdad? Yes. So en esa parte no falló, pero la parte donde ya uno tiene que criar la familia, eso es donde falló el muchacho. Pero yo siento que como él no se crió en una familia de 2 padres, yo creo que ese fue el error. Y tal vez yo estoy mal en pensar en eso. Going back to that, Mariano, I don't know if you're still there, but like we were talking about, sí, antes de ni siquiera
les contestábamos a los papás.
Ya, además de mis papás les daban a ustedes hasta la fecha y los de ahora casi quieren golpearlos. Ya. Y sí, sí es muy cierto. Hasta mi niña chiquita de 4 años a veces también me quiere dar unas putizas. Pero es que también uno pues los mira así, una cosita chiquita, criatura bonita y todo. Y pues también, como les digo, nosotros cuando, hablando sobre nosotras, pues con los niños, sí los mimamos un poquito más que otra gente, por la razón de que pues nosotros sabemos que tienen un hueco, pues, porque nunca van a tener esa experiencia, pues, a tener un papá, a saber, como nosotros, pues, la experiencia que teníamos, que mi papá jugaba con nosotras y es muy diferente, se me hace a mí.
Nos abrazaba.
Sí,
hugs,
sí,
all that shit.
Nos llevaba pues que la nieve, que vámonos a la pulga, que vámonos para acá y es muy diferente cuando uno es de una casa de una cabeza, like head household, like a woman household, I guess. It's very different in the presence of a man. It's very different. Yes. It's even weird for me that I'm like, oh, fuck, that sucks. Pero ¿qué se puede hacer? Se puso la plática bien seria.
No, también, I think it has a lot to do with it.
But it has a lot to do. So eso es lo mal pensamiento, como les digo.
And then your mentality
y
as well.
Espero que eso cambie, porque eso sí se tiene que trabajar.
We're just so, like, rough. Like, and, like, we're just como... how would I say that?
Bruscas o
Like they'd say
toscas o
no, I mean
enojonas?
like como they're like persona. They like you know how people are like, damn, you guys are just like pedophiles. Like you want a man to be so strong and blah blah blah.
Well,
Porque son así esos men are like that too.
So I think, como dice Emily, que
Como like
si uno no tiene esa experiencia, andar entre hombres, como dice este muchacho, ¿verdad? Que su papá era un modelo de que era con la
no service. Nah, me and my dad.
Okay.
Bobcats until I became a man in real life. He was right and I was wrong. When I was a kid, I thought I was right, but I was wrong and my father was right.
Oh, yeah, I can agree. Same thing. I was wrong. I was wrong in a lot of places and a lot of things.
I meant to say me and my dad bumped heads until I became a man.
Okay. Jeez. But hey, you found out what to do and you raised your family and all that good stuff. So thank you for sharing that with us. Because,
yes, thank you so
again,
much.
we like this interaction.
Yes, and we need water.
You need water like rain, or you need water like to drink? What do you mean, Yvette?
We need water.
All right. Bueno. So what should we do? One for the dads, or should we do? I don't know any dad songs. I should know them. Bueno. Let me think of a song. All right, I'll just play you a song.
Dice,
ánimo hermosas de mirarlas. ¿Cuánto tiempo? Oh, shit, pues tenemos mucho. Let me see. Pues, como le digo, me casé en el 2003, pero luego sabíamos que no iba a funcionar, pero ahí la dejamos por mucho tiempo, pero let's see. Since 2000...
That you've,
single?
You're single?
Since we've been doing you and I, 2013, 2014?
We've been doing what?
Like the double pair, the single parenting.
Oh, this? No. I would say... No, 2013. Wait, just a little bit, because then he had other plans.
Desde el 2013.
Y esta me decía, that was también, porque yo estaba
casi
bien,
10 años.
Yo ya estaba bien acostumbrada que, hey, me mantienen, que está bien, porque yo cuidaba a los niños, y yo tenía mis trabajos también, porque también.
Pues
pero era mi dinero mío, para yo tener, a divertirme, pues.
Sí, ella trabajaba por su cuenta.
Me
pues.
pagaba el celular, su esposo,
sí,
todo, la ropa, me compraba todo.
A todos,
para
pues,
quedar contenta, para andar...
Para andar cuidando a los babies y nosotros pues divirtiéndonos.
So it was nice, I loved it.
So, como digo, sí, estuvimos
pero ya cuando estaban teniendo problemas ella, pues my dad y todos decían, who cares, just stay with him.
Oh, 55, well, you've been retired. Oh,
wow.
Congratulations, that must be nice. What kind of work did you do? What was your career path, if you don't mind us asking? So, sí, eso ahí te digo, Flor. Así
y es, cuando uno no está acostumbrado, pues, hey, tienes que ir a trabajar por tú misma ya,
para pagar biles,
mantenerte tú misma, es difícil, pues. Y todavía estoy, it's hard.
Todavía la mimo yo. Pobre my sister. Yo, pobrecita, tanta chinga que le he dado. Es lo menos que puedo hacer. Pero sí, es bien difícil.
Pero
pues,
sí,
por eso yo digo, yo admiro mucho a los hombres últimamente. Hay muchos hombres. También hay malos hombres, pero I really admire men. Admiro mucho a los hombres que toman ese papel sabiendo que los hijos no son de ellos también. Y hay veces que hacen eso y las mujeres no lo aprecian, las esposas o las novias, whatever you want to call it, se juntan o whatever, y no aprecian, no aprecian.
Water for grass.
Oh.
That's what Yvette says. That's what they need more. Right?
Yeah, we do. For the flooding or for the fire? Oh, okay. Well, we should be getting some rain, I think, soon, too.
Yes.
So, sí, hay de todo, ¿verdad? Pero yo siento que por eso yo sí le tengo una gran admiración a la gente que toma ese papel.
También.
Y a veces hasta los hombres que los hijos no son de ellos, los cuidan mucho más mejor que los papás.
Y hay muchos trends, pues, en todo que andan.
Está muy de moda
andan
eso
muchas mujeres también que andan...
presumiendo eso.
No presumiendo, pero las que se andan quejando que, mi marido, yo acá, ya me enfadó.
Le da coraje.
No, eso me enfada. Sí me da coraje. I'm not gonna lie, it bothers me seeing some women disrespecting their husbands, like, so what if you take care of me and blah blah. They're doing all these stupid trends all over social media.
I have to be home cleaning.
Does he pay your bills? Is he? I just think like some of these ladies, what are you married for? Yeah. What are you married for? I want a husband to take care of me and do all that shit. And then these women are just like, oh no, it's like I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to. What? Oh, perdón, Flor. Sí, pues unas mujeres andan quejándose. Ay, pues yo cocino, hago todo y él nomás trabajando y bla, bla, bla y todo esto. Pero la mera verdad, yo creo que muchos se andan quejando porque no...
no es la persona con quien quieren
ya,
estar.
no quieren estar con ellos.
Les gusta
Yeah.
lo que les ofrecen, lo que les dan, pero
no hay amor. I mean, y también con esos, it's just that bothers me. That's why digo, pues tienes a alguien que se acuesta ahí junto a ti or whatever. Ahí lo tienes. El mío no está aquí. I can't lay with mine.
Pues sí, así es.
But I'm
Así
just
es.
saying.
Estos son temas que estamos tocando temas, cosas que hablamos, son cosas que platicamos pues a diario y pues hay que, es bueno escuchar pues las opiniones de la otra persona. Yo no sé, Flor, si tú estás casada o si eres soltera, si tienes hijos, no sé. Y Yvette, are you married, Yvette? I'm sorry, I don't remember. Are you married, Yvette? And Mariano says he's married, I think, and his kids are grown. And then Flor, no sé de Flor, sí, Flor. Oh, and Manuel, no sé si Manuel está casado o no, pero pues sí, yo siento, pero una cosa que se me hace muy bien extraña, ¿verdad? Que últimamente yo he notado pues que ya los hombres ya no llevan lonche. ¿Qué está pasando con la tradición? Últimamente los miro en Starbucks en las mañanas.
Con sus cafés, con sus bagels, con sus egg bites,
No, the Danish.
Oh my gosh.
El Danish y sus caramel macchiatos.
What else? Bacon Gouda sandwiches.
Those are good.
Really?
I really like those.
Yeah, y también.
So, ¿qué está
pasó?
pasando
Ya también
con
las
la
taquerías,
tradición?
ya también nadie abre tan temprano como a las 6 de la mañana con sus burritos de chorizo ni nada así.
Nada, ya todos abren a las 10, a las 9. ¿Qué está pasando?
Yeah, pero muchos de esos hombres, are we like being like very sexist to them?
No.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know, maybe.
A lot of them are, well, this is YouTube, who cares? We're talking here. But hay muchos que, pues, están en el Starbucks nomás for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and all that.
So, ¿qué está pasando? ¿Qué está pasando? Pues, ya no, la gente ya no... Hi. I know you. I don't know him.
I don't know him.
Do you know him?
Do you know him?
I don't know him.
What the fuck? Is that Mark? Maybe he's watching our live.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, I think it is. I don't know. Hi, Marco Dominguez. If that's you that just passed by. Hi.
Hi.
Saludos.
So anyway.
Hey, why didn't you roll your window down?
She's not. Okay, sí, estoy casada, gracias a Dios. Tengo un esposo maravilloso.
Ay, qué
felicidades.
Bien. Aprécialo.
Cuídalo.
Cuídalo. Pero, dale un abracito y hey, thank you,
esposo. I
esposo.
think que sí se tiene que hablar eso. Los hombres también, women, we forget sometimes. Men should. They deserve feet rubs. They do. They really do. They deserve foot rubs.
Yeah,
back rubs. Y tampoco le echo, no le echas lonche. Hey, that's okay.
No, that's
pero
fine.
Tengo esa curiosidad.
A contract consultant.
Oh, for the union.
Nice.
Great.
Ajá, dice Flor.
Sí, por eso digo, so Flor, ¿eres joven o qué edad tienes? Si se puede saber. The fuck?
What the fuck is
I don't know what's going on. I
on?
think we've been on too long.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bueno, so.
Okay. So, Flor, we're not trying to make you feel bad, Flor.
No, Flor, no.
Flor.
No.
Está bien si no le haces lonche. Hey, pero as long as que le estás dando lonche, yeah.
No, que le prepare
she's
la
taking
cena.
care of him. She's taking care of him.
I know what you mean.
Hey, it's all good, right?
I think so. Oh, well, that's good to know. Sí. Yes. Pero sí, gracias que me sacas de la duda porque... oh, it's time to go. Wait, is it time to go? No, it's not. It's almost time to go. Bueno, so, estaba buena la plática. Thank you guys all for participating. Gracias a todos los que están viendo el video. Cualquier otra cosa, otro tema que queremos hablar, pues hay que hablarla. Porque es bueno. Nosotros también nos cambia un poquito también la mente. Like, oh, y tal vez por eso les digo, tal vez estamos... no queremos oírnos sexistas o cómo se dice esa palabra como no machista.
Todos quieren usar esa palabra feminista.
No,
that's
we're not a
that's what they
feminista.
tell you.
Sí me han dicho que no.
That's not the correct what.
I don't know what the word. No sé qué es el término, pero feminista no.
Que we hate men es lo que quieren, es que odiamos a los hombres. Dicen, jaja, pobrecito mi marido. Tengo tres, estás bien joven.
Tienes hijos también, ¿no? So you just scratched me with
something. I'm sorry.
Sí, pero son cosas que uno, pero again, tienes que, como dice el dicho, ¿verdad? Echándose a perder. Se componen o echándose a perder se aprende or some shit like that, porque sí es cierto, nosotros tuvimos que pasar por todo eso para apreciar, so ya que lo apreciamos, para que no tengan que pasar por eso la gente, para que no haya fracasos y toda la fregada. A mí no tenemos todas las respuestas, claro que no, pero tal vez sí cambia un poquito, like, oh, because it's true, son cosas que uno no piensa.
También, I just think a lot of time some people just aren't into their other significant other. That's the problem, I think.
Dile.
Ese es el problema en muchos casos, pues. Que ya no, si la gente son así con sus maridos o sus esposas.
Frías.
Que ya, me tienes harta. Es porque ya no quieren estar con esa persona. I mean,
Tal vez.
Tal vez si tienen familia and all that, y hijos, I don't know. When people want to stay together for kids and
está
stuff.
difícil, pues, está difícil la cosa. Pero puede ser por muchas cosas, quién sabe.
Mutual benefits, too.
También, sí, también. Muchos se quedan juntos nomás, pero tiene que haber amor, tiene que haber. Y es lo que, como le digo, nos da risa porque con nosotros íbamos y tomábamos en las varas o cualquier cosa. A veces, tocaban en un lugar, un restaurante, y a veces que se queda gente y platican. Y muchos de los hombres nos platicaban cosas sí, pues mi esposa, es que, no.
Si tengo 2 niños, 10
Oh,
y 6.
están grandecitos.
Wow.
Oh, wow. So then, okay. Oh, yeah, nice. So, sí.
¿Dónde eres, Flor? Perdón.
Oh, ya, no, ¿de dónde radicas? Como les digo, nos platicaban que, pues, quejas, ¿verdad? Y, pues, las mujeres siempre se andan quejando. Pues, en nuestra experiencia, se quejan que, hay que no hace esto, o hay que hacer el otro. Y le digo, hey, pero, ¿tú trabajas? They're like, no. I'm like, okay, so you have to, hay que ser, ¿cómo se dice? Mutuos, like mutual, right?
Pero también, I don't believe in the whole 50-50 shit.
Well, that's for another time.
I know.
Emily tiene muchos, que no se casen, no te creas. But yeah, so sí es. Mariana, I think we lost you. All right, well.
So again, como dijimos, is that right? Decimos. The last time you said that, you're like, you're either going to hate us or love us after these videos. And that's okay, because you're not always going to be like.
That's true.
So it's all good. And some people, some people just shouldn't have social media. That's the thing that's going around. Let's talk about what happened today, Evelyn.
Se acuerda, Emily. Okay. Sí, so, así es, como les digo, les queremos recordar que a veces la gente no somos las adecuadas. Ya después que tocamos tema, muchos nos ganan coraje y ya no quieren saber nada de nosotros. Y es entendible, está bien. No tenemos que llevar el misma opinión. Podemos llegar a un desacuerdo, lo que sea. Bueno, pero vamos a hablar de eso también, porque tuvimos una situación ahora temprano con las redes, ¿verdad? With social media. I don't think everyone should have social media. Yeah. So I saw this post, right?
That's the post.
Oh, you don't go into it?
Yeah, it's like
fine.
Nah,
Who cares?
It's just.
So I saw this post. I'm gonna tell what it is.
Okay,
Why
fine.
does it matter?
Yeah, because it just goes into just in general, like just
fine.
When you're commenting shit.
But I didn't even comment anything bad.
Fine.
So I saw this post. Okay, it's this guy. He's doing exercises. He's like doing jumping jacks and stuff. And he's like, they put on the caption like, "Oh, cool. My daughter is some shit like that. My daughter's like my cheerleader, something like that."
Okay, ladies, good night. Keep your head
good night.
up. See you next time.
All right,
Thank you so much,
for participating and giving us your insights. We really appreciate it. And thank you for sharing with us. We really appreciate it. God bless you. Good night. Y sí, anyway, so the girl estaba contando de algo que pasó hoy. Entonces tuvimos una situación, hice un comentario en un video que estaba un señor haciendo ejercicios y la niña que estaba junto a él, estaba bien gordita la niña, pero yo no puse nada de eso, ¿ok? Yo nomás estaba viendo los comentarios que gente le estaba poniendo porque en el final del clip está la esposa con la panza para afuera y todo, como diciendo, como burlándose, like, ay, qué dicha yo y él haciendo los ejercicios. Son los comentarios, la gente le pusieron, oh, ¿por qué no haces ejercicios con él? O, oh, ¿por qué la niña fulana y así, ¿sabes? So, yo no puse nada de eso, ¿verdad? Yo solamente le puse a una que puso, oh, pues si los vas a poner públicos, tienes que esperar que va a haber bueno y va a haber malo. Y yo nomás le puse me gusta y le puse, sí, es social media, estamos siendo sociales. Y ya la muchacha se enojó conmigo y ya me puso que, oh, eres del área de 925, pues investigue de dónde soy y ya si quieres seguir burlándote, está bien. Y le digo, pues, ¿qué es eso? Le digo, ¿qué quiere decir con eso? Pues ya cuando le vi el perfil de la mujer vive como una hora de aquí, algo así, creo que es San Francisco, algo así.
Tirando varios.
Ajá. Entonces yo le puse, oye, si debo de temerte porque eres de esa área o qué, le digo, yo jamás me burlaría de nadie, le digo, si me hubiera burlado, pues hubiera puesto eso. Pues ya me bloqueó la muchacha y me reportó. Eso también, no tengan social media si van a poner cosas, pendejadas, lo que sea, y no quieren todas las respuestas, apaguen los comentarios entonces, lo que sea. So if you have social media and you're gonna get all fucking pissed off about people's comments, then turn your comments off or whatever. You know, I don't know.
And what does that mean when someone comments to you, find out where I'm from?
And then if you want to call me, go ahead.
What does that mean? Here with the, like
are you, I take that as like you're trying to scare me because you're from a big city.
I don't know. Or you're throwing street politics in. That's what I'm saying. There's just so much shit. Bueno. And then you go and block people like a pussy. All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Muchísimas
gracias a todos los que estaban aquí, se quedaron aquí, participaron, platicaron y nos contaron toda la cosa. Que tengan un lindo
sábado, ¿no?
Sábado. Y,
Is it midnight? I don't even know how long we've been on.
Diosito me los cuide y pues hasta luego, hasta pronto y gracias y pues espero que no se ofendieron nadie y hay que seguir la buena vibra.
We really appreciate your comments. Thank you for participating. Thank you, and you're in a safe place here. No filter.
Sí.
We don't do the
Aquí
blocking
no hay
and all
pelos en la
that.
lengua, aquí se habla de todo y nosotros no andamos contando en otras partes o poniendo los clips y así como otros lugares porque he visto eso. No, aquí no estamos para burlarnos ni para juzgarnos de alguien.
People have done that to us too, where they screen record our videos
Certain
and
words.
they chop it up and make it sound. We're okay with that. We've been through. We know how to deal with social media. And
Bueno, pues muchísimas gracias.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Have
you
a
so
great
much.
night.
Have a great night.